This is how to take on Rumble and become a pro. Hey everyone, and welcome to this one-stop shop ultimate tutorial guide on how to take on Rumble and defeat all opponents in your way. So this guide is going to focus on how to win big coins, boosters and trophies. And remember, if you subscribe to Matchmasters Official plus hit the like button on this video, then there is amazing Matchmasters loot given away to viewers every single week. So today's giveaway choice is for one super lucky spin for 5 winners. So make sure to drop your comment down below and good luck. Okay, so let's dive into everything Rumble. So Match Rumble is an awesome multiplayer mode in Matchmasters that pits you against multiple opponents at the same time. Think of it as sort of like Battle Royale in a match 3 scenario. So obviously each game of Rumble has a different mode attached to it with different boosters you can use and a different sequence of prizes. So right now in the events tab, I can enter a Rumble match of Mighty Mushrooms for 1,000 coins, which has mushrooms increasing the score multiplier, special pieces exploding, and there is the prizes behind. Now make sure to check out each mode because they have a different number of players involved. So the Mighty Mushrooms Rumble there, 15 players, 10 players for Color Climb, 15 for Rainbow. There is a whole host of different varieties of Rumble, so naturally it's going to get more difficult the more players there is involved, but if you utilize these tips you'll have a better chance. Now if you haven't played Rumble before, a really good place to actually practice and get used to the sort of timed pressures of having to make fast moves against real opponents, well, Showdown is a really good mode to actually practice this in. So Showdown is one of the new modes in the game. You can find this from the change mode tab here. So at the moment it's multiplier mushrooms, but it changes each day. So Showdown effectively pits you against one opponent, and in a similar vein to Rumble, it's a time scenario where you're just on your own board. So we're playing with Sweeper SE here against an all aboard SE, and we have a timer where we need to get multipliers with a score legend, and no one can affect our board. This is our personal board. Now this is basically the same as Rumble, but just one opponent. So you might have 8 opponents, 10 opponents, 15 opponents in Rumble, just one in Showdown. So it's a good training ground to learn how to deal with these time pressures. And yeah, Rumble is all about speed and making tight decisions in tight time frames. This teaches you perfectly. Now let's take a deep dive into some of the best practices to give you a competitive edge. So first up, you're going to have a much higher chance of victory if you are using the right booster. It's such an important thing that you need to remember. Now there's a few ways to go about identifying which booster could be the best for a Rumble mode. But first off, you can do your own research. So there are groups on Facebook of Matchmasters players that share intel with tips and tricks on different modes, or you can head over here to Matchmasters Official where there is all kinds of videos showcasing tips and tricks for Rumble modes and everything else good about the game. Another great way to identify which is the best booster that you can possibly use is to actually go and check what other players are using. So if we tap the top here, you can see who's in first place, who's in second place, and first place is a Vinnie Valentine SE. Obviously they're going to be doing better, but already they're doing a lot better than say the Billy Boom here or the UFO SE. So it's a good indicator as to which booster might give you a better chance of winning. Obviously this Vinnie Valentine SE is getting its multiplier a lot faster, and look, even a normal Vinnie Valentine there has a times 7, so it really shows you. But I mean, look, even some diamond boosters do well, but after a round, after 2 or 3 rounds, you can actually check in between rounds. You have a few seconds where you can swipe and you can tap on any player, and not only can you see what multipliers they've got, because this is a mode where you actually collect multipliers, but you can see which boosters seem to be working. And look at that, the cream rises to the top. Vinnie Valentine and Vinnie Valentine SE and UFO SE seem to be the best in this lobby of 10 players. Now it won't always be the same, but it's a good way to get a little inkling as to the best boosters you can use. Now in terms of gameplay and play style, you need to be able to think fast and work towards what the specific mode's operational specification is. For example, if it's a mode that includes a multiplier, just like this mode here that needs purples to improve that multiplier, then you really want to go for those multipliers early on, even at detriment to your total points. If it's a mode such as a 1-round Rumble, then you want to slow down a little bit and play the long game. And if it's a mode with a score legend, maybe consider a booster like UFO SE or Dr. Colors SE, as they tailor more towards specific specific colors. One of my favorite gameplay tricks that I've actually spoken about in many of my previous Matchmasters videos is to wait until the final seconds of a game to actually use your booster. So you can see here we have a couple of moves left to burn off, and there's 10 seconds left on the timer. We're going to do these moves here, and we're going to try and activate our booster right on the timer, so right at the last second. So once this is gone, we can activate it now at the last second there, and everyone stopped playing or gathering any more points at this point, and our booster has just given us a huge load more points. Boosters like Dr. Colors SE sometimes can give you 5 to 10 seconds extra on top of a normal round. Now this obviously works best if you have perks left over that you can use in the next round to give you a quick booster activation, but it's a nice tip, especially in the last round. You might have players that think they've won, that they're sort of relaxing, and you use your booster right on the drop of the timer, and that can take you over the line. So to summarize, to do well in Rumble, you want to be using the right booster paired with the right selection of perks. You can start off by practicing in modes like Showdown or playing in some of the smaller Rumbles just to get used to the mechanics of the mode. Now I'd love to know, have you tried Rumble, and do you have a favorite Rumble mode or any tips or tricks that you'd like to share for other players? Drop me a comment down below, and remember to subscribe to Matchmasters Official so that you never miss a giveaway or any of our tips and tricks and awesome Matchmasters content. I hope you enjoyed this Rumble Masterclass, and I'll catch you soon for more content.